how young do you think?
Whatever age,
Like 10?
even younger, if they want.
The parenting phase is kind of over. You're just a facilitator at that point, you know? If they say that that's who they are, you kind of have to let them take the lead.
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Today we're in Los Angeles, California, and we're going to see if people think that children should be allowed to transition their gender through gender reassignment surgeries and treatments before the age of 18 in the United States. Let's go talk to some people. Should kids under the age of 18 be allowed to transition their gender through surgical procedures like breast removal, genitalia, etc.? What do you think?
That's a tough one. I mean, it just kind of depends on the situation, I guess.
Do you think that children under the age of 18 should be allowed to start transitioning their gender through surgical procedures and treatments, hormone blockers, etc.? What do you think?
Yes.
Gender reassignment surgeries?
Yes, most definitely.
And what do you guys think?
I don't think so, man. You know, that's bad. I mean, it's whatever the person want to do, man. It's their body, man. I don't care.
Absolutely.
No?
I don't agree with it either.
Very difficult question.
Why is it difficult?
No, it is difficult. I'll skip on that one.
No, I don't think that's right. I think that children should have the capability to understand what's out there in life. Like, they see all this stuff that's going on television nowadays, and they think that it's okay, but that's not the right way to go.
The parents are with it, and they've gone through all the right steps. I'm nothing against it. So,
Any of you guys disagree with him on that? If the parents agree, do you guys think it's okay under the age of 18? What do you think?
I think I could probably agree with it. Just I'll still, a lot of people are going to have different perspectives. That's just how life is. People have different perspectives on what they see it as. So,
And why do you think yes?
Because I think they know. And the earlier that they know and that they can allow their bodies to accommodate that, whether it's postponing puberty to allow for it, whatever, then the healthier it is for their physical and mental well-being.
So why yes?
Just because a lot of them don't want to transition because of the same reason, because other people think they shouldn't do it, but I think they should. It's their body, their choice. Yeah, why not?
Adults should support you and help you out in that, you know what I mean? And guide you through that based on their life experience that's not, bigoted.
Why do we not agree with it?
You're too young to know, to make up your own mind, really. You're influenced by peers, and you're not mature enough to make a decision that can be irreversible often.
Do you agree with him on that?
I fully agree with what he says.
Personally, I don't feel like children should change their gender at all, personally.
There's a lot of things that kids cannot do under the age of 18. They can't consent to sexual relations with an adult. They can't drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes. But what we're saying here is they can undergo surgeries that are irreversible. I want to know, where does that fall in this list of things that children can't do? What do you guys think?
It's a really touchy subject out here. It's really touchy. That's why I'm trying not to get canceled. You feel me?
When it comes to these procedures, many of them irreversible, where does that fall in this list of things that children aren't allowed to do?
Well, I think that's an individual base, determined on an individual level, whereas some of the other social sins, shall we say, are more for keeping society safe.
In my opinion, if like a 12 or 13-year-old come to me saying like, I think I want to be a girl, I'll be like, man, you're not even grown up yet. You haven't lived life yet a little bit. Probably about when it comes to the 18 age, I'll be like, and once you figure it out and you live that life and say like, oh, this is what I want to do. Then
so we're changing our answer a little bit right here, then, right?
A little bit. That's what.
Do you guys agree with what he's saying, or no? Do you still believe, do you believe it should be okay if the parent is saying okay?
the kid's gone through all the right steps, and they've talked to therapists, everything like that, everyone that they need to talk to, and they still feel that way. It's at the end of the day, it's their life.
Where does that fall in line with what kids are not allowed to do?
Good question. That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm a religious guy, so I don't allow to my kids like.
Sorry, keep going.
I'm a religion guy, so I can't let my kids like change it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's bad,
The comparison that you made versus, children under the age of 18 not able to consent to sex or not legally able to consent to sex, which I agree with that. It's a different thing. It's a completely different thing because a child will hopefully feel comfortable enough to tell their parent, hey, I don't feel like a he. And the parent can say, okay, let's explore that. Let's talk about that. Let's get into it.
I think, it's one thing for a child or a youngster to feel that that child identifies with the opposite sex and to start things that are not irreversible, to let's say cross-dressing, but to then go for the kind of hormone treatments and irreversible kind of things. I think what we're talking about. That's wrong. That's wrong because you can't reverse that. I think many of those lives are ruined later on.
Do you think that they should be allowed to pursue irreversible procedures to their bodies?
Sure, man. If they want to do it, go ahead.
It's important to at least entertain what your children say and listen to them and then help them and guide them through the processing that it takes to get to whatever result that means. And if it means transitioning, as you said, surgically and or hormonally, sometimes that's the right thing.
Yeah.
At what age would you be okay with that?
I don't think anything before 13.
As long as it's not under like 13 or 14, yeah.
For you, what's the difference between 13 and like 16 or 15?
Too young.
A little bit too young.
Yeah.
So you say no in general.
No, that's just too early. They not ready. Let these kids grow up and realize what life is before you allow them to make self-changing changes. No.
With parental consent, I think that conversation can happen at any time. But without parental consent, I think that current HIPAA laws kind of set the stage. I think 13 is where it's at.
So you disagree with that? You think that they should be
Like 14 and up.
14 and up?
Yeah.
If a child tells you this is who I am, the parenting phase is kind of over. You're just a facilitator at that point, And if they say that that's who they are, you kind of have to let them take the lead.
Where does going through transitioning their gender, going through surgeries, fall in line with what kids can't do?
I don't know. That's just what they want to look like. I don't know.
So they just want to look like it, so we'll let them do it.
Yeah, 15 and up.
15 and up. What do you think?
No.
No?
No.
I'm talking surgical, removing breasts, genitalia, start blockers, yes?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do to say.
Thanks for your time.
I feel like they should be allowed to do that even before 18.
How young do you think?
Whatever age.
Like 10?
Even younger. If they want. If that's what they want,
Do you think like the age of 10 would be appropriate or no?
No.
Why is that?
Too young. Too young to make a decision.
What's the minimum in your opinion?
Minimum 13. At 14, they more so know their sexuality, what they like, what they don't like, who they want to be. At 14, I do believe that's a respectful age.
If you feel like you are transgender, your parent allows it, why not? Yeah.
You agree?
I agree. If you feel like you want to change back, then do that.
Is it a little tough to change back once you've removed your
That's right, but it is what it is. That's how you feel at the time.
If they want to make the choice to go to another gender, is that what makes them feel comfortable? Then okay, whatever you want to do, take some time to think about it before you make a decision.
Those are delicate years in life, and there's a lot of confusion that comes with a lot of different things: peer pressure, society, your intake of social media. Now, it'll be there when they get older, but at that point of you're still a child, you'll have some time to really think and grasp before you make that decision. You have time, So the 18 years, you still are very influenced by a lot of different things in life.
If you look at a 14-year-old today at 2022, then they are mature. They know more what they want. They outspoken. And yeah, I do believe, now today's age and time, that 14 might be a considerable age.
Do you think that we should be listening to 14-year-olds on whether or not they should be undergoing these procedures? What do you think?
I feel like once you know right from wrong, and once you have an understanding of how society works and stuff, you should be able to make those decisions. By 14, you're still a child, but you can make choices for yourself. So why not? Okay.
Obviously, going through gender transition surgeries, removing breast, genitalia, that's a lot more permanent than
Right. So I do believe
drinking or smoking.
Well,
but those are illegal for children.
Right. So surgical age, I do believe, has to be higher than 13.
Where does getting surgically removing some parts fall in line with
I think 18.
18?
You should be grown 18.
And you disagree?
I mean, I don't really disagree or agree. I feel like it's not my choice to say that. Like, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
Yeah, I think that's a good question too. If they're not allowed to make that choice until they're like after 18, it will kind of make sense because in life, you don't want to make a decision and then years later you regret that decision.
We've spoken with people today that have actually brought up how they'd be fine with it down to the age of 5 or so. What are your thoughts on that?
It's too young.
We have children. You are a byproduct of your family and your beliefs and what you're doing in life. So a child's not just going to come with this on the top of his head. There's something that's influenced him. That has nothing to do with being gay. That's not a choice. That has nothing. You're talking about changing their physical being in their body at a young age. If you want to make that decision, give it the 18 years, to really think about it, because a lot of people make decisions and regret it. You do it when you're young, It's like tattoos, You gotta think about it, man, because it's not going anywhere once you make that decision.
All right, everyone, that is it for today. Now, we ran into a lot of people that support children transitioning their gender under the age of 18, many saying that children just know what they want. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, make sure to subscribe for more videos, and hit that bell notification button so you're notified next time I post. I'll see you guys next time. This is Billy.
Yep, Billy.
Hey Billy, how you doing? This is pretty nice. These are well-trained horses, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.